Right, so mark and execute, that's really what it's about. It's about letting you, be the ultimate predator. You get in position, you check out where the enemies are, you focus on their positions, and then when the timing is good, you pop out of the shadows, boom, 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 super fast.
And what Alex is showing here is that in the demo he went off to the left, but this time he said, hey, I'm going to go to the right, and I can still infiltrate this way.
Exactly.
It's not like something where it's completely linear, that you have to go in one path.
No, it's Splinter Cell. I mean, Splinter Cell has always been about, little sandboxes that you have fun in. So, I mean, the windows, there's also the front door if you want to go through the front door. Not the best stealth way to go, of course. So, we skipped the guys up front. Yesterday I was playing, I used a car alarm, I attracted the guys, to the car, then, went around them, went in.
And you can see even that's just telling you the area that you're in is showing up on the banner,
Exactly.
and it moves fluidly correctly with the fabric.
Exactly, because it's a projected light, right? And what's interesting for us is that, because story is so important, we also use projected text, not only to give you objectives, but to set the mood, right? So in the demo here, at the beginning, it's like reach Coben's quarters, but as you go, at the end, it's like get Sarah's killer, right? There's an emotional progression in what we're doing. So now Alex is going around. I just called you Sam. Alex is going around, snake camming. He marked 2 guys on the other door. Now he's going to get into position.
So basically, as long as that mark turns red, a guaranteed kill, correct?
Exactly. And that's really the idea. The idea is when you mark, you need to have line of sight with everyone. So right now when we mark, the icons are gray if you don't have line of sight. So of course when you're using the mirror to look under the door, they're gray automatically because there's a door between you and the enemy. So it's really about, observing, getting into position, and then, going around and then waiting for the right moment, and then pouncing on your enemies.
But there are some weapons that you could actually use and get a red mark through a door, right? Like the shotgun, is that correct?
Exactly. That's what we show at the end of the demo. There's 2 guys that flip tables, and then you go with the shotgun. The shotgun special ability, it goes through cover when it executes. But his disadvantage, if I can say, is that it's noisy. Right. So of course the guys, they know you're there. It makes a lot of noise. They're going to charge you.
And people have been wondering, you can still manually shoot if you want to, right?
Oh, of course. Alex is going to shoot a couple of guys manually.
And you don't get them to mark and execute right off the bat, is that correct? You have to actually earn that ability?
Exactly. It's really about, keeping the player in the loop all the time, right? So to earn the right to execute, you need to do a hand-to-hand kill, right? So, and going into human shield does that, throwing a guy off a ledge, death from above, it earns you the right to execute. And what's interesting is that when you play, you always have in the back of your mind, okay, do I have my execute? I don't? Okay, where do I get it? Which prey am I going to jump on to get my execute? And of course, throughout the whole game, we're going to be making it more interesting for you and more challenging to earn that right.
And the different weapons also will have a different number of marks that you can place at one time?
Exactly. Like the shotgun has 3 marks. Okay. And we're going to have a nice progression. See,
and
now the guy was coming to investigate the last known position, and Alex was just like, thank you, good night.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit, because it happens so quickly, but that's when you see that white silhouette, that's the last place that the enemies know that you're at, right?
Exactly. So it tells the player they're coming here to look for you, right? So you can totally play with them, you know they're coming here, you go around, you get them from behind. It's really like in the other Splinter Cell games, we could whistle,
right,
and then attract the guys. So that's our version of that, but for action, right?
Gotcha. Can you still whistle in this game? But you could whistle while you play.
Oh, sure.
Alex, if you want, you could demonstrate whistling while you play.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
Fair enough. And here's another example of how instead of breaking the action with a cutscene, you're actually just going to play kind of a flashback to your daughter's death just on the screen.
Exactly.
Is that pretty much how the game plays out?
Exactly, and for us, it's storytelling, it's mood setting, and we love that shit. I think it's super interesting, it's different, and it's really about keeping the player in control, right? We're not making a game that is like you play for a minute, you watch 20 minutes of cinematics, right? We're about interactivity. I want the player to be in control all the time.
Before Alex goes in, you could actually go out the window on the right, correct?
Yes.
He didn't, but he could have.
Yes.
And the boss that you're fighting right now, he's got a grenade launcher, correct? And every time he
Exactly.
sees your last known position, what happens?
That's the idea. The idea is that there you go. His special ability, if you want, is that each time there's a last known position, he uses his grenade launcher to attack it. So it's forcing you to get the hell out as soon as you get your last known position. And that's the way we're building the AI. We want to have a nice progression, obviously.
Right.
So at the beginning, the AI, they're going to be a bit dumber. You can play with them more. But as you progress, they're going to be looking at the pipes. They're going to be looking around, for you. They're going to charge a last known position, throw grenades. So I think it's going to be very interesting.
Fantastic. And looks like we've come to the end of the demo. Max, Alex, thanks for coming by and showing off Splinter Cell Conviction.
Thank you.
It's coming out this fall for Xbox 360 and PC. Stay tuned. We're going to have Mass Effect 2 coming up right away. So keep tuned.